Yo, haha, Miltnificent. What is good, YouTube? Your boy Miltnificent coming back with another quick video. Actually, today we're going to do a tech review on the whole Chamelo, at least the Dusk Classic, for the first time on the Miltnificent channel. There are some subtle differences in terms of features with this versus the other two that I did, which was the actual Chamelo Prime, as well as the Music Shield. So if I were to break this down just to summarize it really quickly, the Prime series does not feature Bluetooth technology where you can pair this and listen to music, things of that kind of nature. But at the same time, the Music Shield actually does. So it features Bluetooth technology. It can connect and you can make and take calls through your glasses. So this does not feature any speakers, any audio. This is without the audio, but it does feature the slider feature where you can adjust the tint instantaneously. So this is electrochromic lenses with liquid, kind of like a liquid glass type of design. So actually liquid crystal design, I should say. So I'm going to put this on right here, and you can adjust with the slider the tint levels, different tint levels. The first of its kind in the world, and you can do it in a split second. All three of these glasses I'm getting ready to show you do feature and have that capability, but the major difference is the Bluetooth technology and how you adjust the tint. So as this one features a slider portion as well as the whole Music Shield, they both feature that slider where you can adjust the tint that way. This one requires more speakers that are built in, so you hear more of a surround sound when you listen to music. This is primarily used for like exercise, and if you sweat, it has sweat resistance. And then the lens itself, the build is very durable. So if you were to drop it, you don't have to worry about scratches or, unless you take a hammer, which I highly doubt you would do. But this is very strong and durable, just to let you guys know. When it comes to the Dusk Classic, this does have built-in Bluetooth chip technology to connect to your phone. It has speakers. It just doesn't have that many speakers or at least external speakers, as the actual Music Shield series. So just keep that in the back of your head. But with this is really different from the other two that I did because it has a app that works seamlessly with the actual glasses. So you'll see me adjusting this later on in the video. You're going to see me adjusting the lens, the tint, through the actual phone as well as the actual glasses. And I think that's actually really cool. And it also features other items that you can do within the Eyewear app that you can't do with the other two glasses. So let me break this down and just kind of show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Again, most of Chamelo's glasses are pretty much liquid crystal technology. So it's able to make a transition in a split second. In fact, this one is instant. It's like an instant electronic tint adjustment based off the buttons that you see located towards the bottom of the glasses. So this is towards the left side. This is towards the right side. This button, what you're going to do is just treat it as like a power. You can turn it on, and then you can use this to seamlessly connect to any phone, Android, Apple. It really doesn't matter, but as long as it's Bluetooth capable. There's an indicator light that blinks red, and you can actually hear it once you put the glasses on. It'll tell you whether you're connected to the actual phone or not. And let me just say this, if you ever decide to get the Dusk Classic in terms of the setup, I think it's easier if you actually Bluetooth this, like these glasses, towards your phone. And then afterwards, download the Eyewear app, because what's going to happen is your glasses is going to be connected to the phone. Your phone's going to kind of know exactly what it's connected to, and the app is going to recognize that you already have the Dusk connected to your phone, and then it just basically connects seamlessly. And actually, let's look at the Eyewear app real quick, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So when you look at this app as a whole, you'll notice exactly what I'm talking about. There are different tint levels that you can adjust to manually versus the preset tints that you have when you press this button. The only difference between manually doing and then using the app, you can't go to the darkest level unless you use the app. And I think that's for safety concerns. For instance, there's a drive mode on this app that when you put it on drive mode, the glasses themselves, the lens, will not adjust beyond to dark mode. You need at least 8% light pass-through. So it basically says you can't go to its darkest level, as I'm showing you on the example right here, so you can see for yourself. But if you take drive mode off, you'll be able to go to dark mode, which is the darkest setting on here. So again, when I put this on, as I'm pressing this button, you can see that it's making the seamless transition from light to dark very fast, very convenient. But that's the button on the left side. The button on the right side controls pretty much the power. You also, if you actually listen to music, one thing you can do, you'll be able to press it twice. If you have a playlist, you listen to music, press it twice and it'll fast forward to a song. If you press it 3 times, you'll go to the previous track. And if you do a quick 1 button press, it'll pause it or hit it again to play it. Another thing is if you do a hard press for about, I want to say 3 seconds, you can trigger whatever voice mechanism that you have on your phone, whether that be Siri through Apple or, you know, Google Assistant with your Android phone, depending on what you have. So, and you can also talk into the actual glasses. If you say, hey Siri, it'll trigger to open up the actual phone. Hopefully it didn't do it while I'm recording this. Actually, I have to check. But there's so many different features that this thing has. And also, one thing I like about the Dusk Classic series is if you're on 0%, you're on a low charge, you can charge it up with their power adapter. But actually, with the power cord, I should say. I have a USB-A power adapter that connects to their cord that it comes with because it's all magnetic. So on this side, you have a it doesn't come with the power adapter. Just want to let you guys know, just kind of so separately, but it does come with the actual cord. It's pretty easy. You just put it in, plug it in, USB style A on here, and then it's all magnetic from here. So you just be able to kind of just clamp on down, and you'll see the indicator light glowing red. It'll turn green when it's ready, fully charged. But that's pretty much it. It's really simple, but it takes about 14 minutes to go from 0% to 80%, and then an hour if you're going from 0% to 100% in order to charge. And I want to say this real quick before I continue on with this. The tint adjustment levels will stay the same for about 4 hours when in usage, but if you don't adjust the tint, it'll revert back to its lightest setting, which is right here. Just basically conserving power, and it's that advanced, I should say. So I think that's actually pretty cool to help you conserve power. But just understand that this button is isolated from this button. And the reason why I say that is because you can actually turn the audio power off on this side, but still have that manual functionality to continue to, adjust the tint. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that portion of the battery should last about 7 days, whereas you're going to get about maybe 5 hours of usage with the audio. So something you just want to keep in the back of your head. But I felt like the functionality even gets better with the actual app because you can actually buzz these glasses. Yes, if you lose these glasses, as long as they're connected to the actual phone, it can buzz or it'll make a sound. It'll sound something like this so you can hear it. And I think that's phenomenal because as a person, I like to misplace things. You want to kind of use the buzzer. So that's what kind of like the bell icon that you see on this app, at least the Ampere app, kind of shows. You also have presets on the actual application where you can adjust the tint level towards your preference. So wherever you are in the room, you're looking to kind of have a tint level preset so you can just press and go directly to it. It'll do it just instantaneously, as well as the manufacturer light to dark transition. You can see right here. So when you press that dark button, the glasses will go instantaneously to dark, which I think is phenomenal. And if I'm not mistaken, there's the equalizer. So the equalizer button on here. On the Ampere app, this is the first Chamelo glasses series I have on the Miltnificent channel that works with the app. The app itself features an equalizer that you can adjust the dB level. So you can have sort of like an ambient sound towards it. If you want, you listen to music, you listen to more bass, you can adjust it so that it feels more of a room filling or temperature filling in terms of the music gauge that you want it to. Whatever your preference is, it's the first of its kind, at least on the Miltnificent channel, where you can actually change the equalizer in terms of the audio presentation towards your ears. I thought that was phenomenal. But there's so many different things that you can do with this. This is also durable, but it's just, in my opinion, one of the seamless, most greatest inventions that I've ever had. And to be able to adjust my tint just in a split second by pressing a button, I think is just phenomenal. Whether you're pressing a button or you're using the actual slider, Chamelo has the technology, the futuristic technology that I just found that was very useful. And honestly, it's just something that you can't miss. Go on Chamelo.com right now. Take a look. You can actually try it on virtually, see how it looks on your eyes. They have different types of glasses that have different types of capabilities. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the newest one I saw was the lenses that actually can transition in multiple different colors in a split second, but also transition and using kind of like the tint adjustment on the side of the glasses. The technology is futuristic. It's phenomenal. You can't miss it. The only of its kind in the world. That's where Chamelo stands out from the rest. But your boy Miltnificent, man. Chamelo, at least the Dusk Classic series. Again, showing you a little example of how I can do it and actually how I'm adjusting the tint basically on the actual glasses itself, whether it be the phone, if I'm driving, it doesn't matter. This is one of the best inventions that I've ever had on the Miltnificent channel, bar none, futuristic. You can't miss it. Try it out if you can. Your boy Miltnificent, man. I am out. Chamelo Dusk Classic on the Miltnificent channel. You guys stay blessed.